Hi everyone, if you're new here, thank you for joining. My name is Christy and I post random videos of myself and my boyfriend at the arcade and the occasional vlog video. So yeah, today's video will be a Q&A, slightly different. I decided last night to do a community post on YouTube and ask you guys to ask me questions. So I will try to include them here or there. If I don't know, it's because I didn't figure out the editing, you know, like technology and stuff like that. There was a lot of questions. There was like 50 questions, so I'll try and get through them all. If I don't, maybe I'll do another video, we'll see. Some of them might be similar and some of them are a bit weird, so hopefully you enjoy this and stay watching and find a bit more out about me if you wanted to know. If you didn't, then cool, I'm sorry. First question is from Jack and it says, how long have you and Justin been together? We have been together, wait, let me just do some maths real quick. We've been together for a while now, so we've been together for over a year, but before we were official, we were talking to each other for a fair few months, so we've been together for like a year and a half now. Wow! And it's been awesome. Good question. This question is from Terry and it says favourite band. So my OG original favourite band is McFly, like nothing will compare to that. If you don't know them, then they're like a British pop band that were popular when they first came out in 2004. But now they've kind of like, they're doing a tour next year, but you know. At the moment I've been listening to a lot of like rap music, just when I'm at home alone, so that's my thing that I do. I listen to a lot of 90s rap, strangely enough. I might not seem like the type, but that is my thing. I am like obsessed with that. Okay. Matty said, how did you meet Justin? So, if you didn't know, Justin has a YouTube channel called Arcade Jackpot Pro, and I've been going to arcades since I was like born, and I don't know how, but I stumbled upon his videos and I just thought he was really good looking and I really fancied him, and I don't know like what happened. I was commenting on his videos a lot and like stuff like that, and then we just got to messaging. And then that's it really. We got messaging on Instagram and now we're BFGF situation. So yeah, I still can't believe that, because like I was like a fan of his, and then I'd say that to him and go, oh don't say that, and I'm like, but I actually am, and I still am. So yeah, that's kind of cool for me. And on top of this, Scott said most memorable moment with Justin. For me, that would have to be the first time I ever met him at the airport. I flew out to America to see him, if you didn't know, and that was crazy. I hadn't flown for like 10 years before that, so I was really nervous. And then like I didn't know like the airport or anything, obviously, and he went to one exit and all the people were coming out, and I just went to the first exit that I saw, and we were like obviously in different places, and it felt like forever, and I was just sat there like, dang, what if I've been like catfished or something? And I was super nervous and I was sweating. I was like, oh, I need to get somebody to use like a payphone, or like, because my phone wasn't working, the internet wasn't working on my phone. And I just stood up and turned around, and then Justin like came up from behind me and hugged me. I was like, oh my god, because I was just so nervous, and it was just all came out like, oh my god, I'm so nervous, like, but it was amazing. And I remember that day like it was yesterday, and it was bloody well beautiful. It was a beautiful love story. Stuart said, any plans for you to move to the US or Justin moving to the UK? No plans. This question has probably been asked a lot of times, but this is the first one that I'm seeing. Justin has his life in America, I have my life in England, so at the moment we're happy as we are, although it does suck being far away from each other. That's just what we're kind of dealing with at the minute, but there's no plans for either of us to move, although America is kind of cool. I don't know if I would move there. Okay, FWK18 just said wow. Wow, thank you, with a love heart, I think. We Dolt Al TV, sorry, I can't pronounce things. They said, is your gambling just for fun or is it actually an addiction? Seems very frequent, which could lead to addiction if it isn't already. Think someone else commented this as well, so it is just fun. Personally, I'm not addicted to gambling. The last time I did a scratch card or played a gambling machine was maybe 2 months ago when I was with Justin. How it works is we'll film like 10 videos in one day and then slowly release every video. So if you're seeing videos of us gambling every day, then I can see why it would appear that we are addicted to gambling, but we're not. I do appreciate that gambling can get very addictive and some people are unfortunately affected by that, but thankfully I'm not a gambling addict. I can't afford to be a gambling addict right now. When am I coming to Blackpool again, says David. I have a recommendation for you. Come late spring and go to Coral Island. So we did go last spring and last summer to Blackpool. It's a seaside town in the north of England that is, we call it the Vegas of the North basically in England, and it's amazing, but right this second now I don't have any plans to return there, but I love it. I would go back in an instant. I love Blackpool. It's awesome. Sorry if this video is boring. I'm gonna try and edit it to be good. You know me, it's gonna be crap. You know it's gonna be crap. Thank you if you're still watching. Helen says, do you want more children? Right now, I don't think I do. I have a beautiful daughter who I love very much. There has been more questions about her that you might see. But I don't have any plans to have any more kids. I won't speak for Justin, but I think he feels the same way as well. Hope that answered that. Strange Justin, that is such a good username. Is it hard coming back to a different time zone? Yes. So when you fly, when you fly east back to England, your time zone's all messed up because basically when I land it's like 6 hours, my time zone's like 6 hours earlier. So if it's like 11, by the time it gets to night time I'm just knackered, and then your sleep gets all messed up. When I came back this time I would just be awake all night. For a good like 3-4 days my sleep was messed up, but it's worth it. Breda said, would you marry me? Well, I'm really sorry but I have to say no, I'm taken. But you know, I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Would love to see you all at Blackpool, said Daniel. You should do a meet and greet. I promise if we do go back to Blackpool, we have a lot of friends in Blackpool, so if we do go back we will let you know, don't worry. Do you see those videos? Somewhere there's videos from Blackpool. Diaz said, did you get a lot more than you bargained for? A lot of serious questions and you only answered 2. The reason I didn't answer any questions, is someone seriously doing DIY right now? Someone's decided to get like an angle grinder out. What the, wait, what? I'm so confused. Okay, someone's doing stuff outside, that's kind of rude. This is my only lighting. The reason I didn't answer any questions is because I wanted to do it on a video and I'm going to talk over this nonsense. Yeah, I wanted to do a Q&A video. That's why I didn't answer any questions on YouTube, because that would kind of be besides the point. So, Jason said, why are you so good looking? I disagree, but thank you. Thank you. Marie says, are you going to do a Draw My Life? I'd be interested. Let me know in the comment section or on Instagram if you are interested in me doing a Draw My Life video. I have contemplated doing it, but my life is so complicated. It's like, I don't know if I'll be able to fit it all in one animation, and would the animation do it justice for what it is? Well, I can't win jackpots on any of them, so let me just have a think. Jeez, that is a hard question. Probably like Baseball Pro, the one where you get the little ping pong ball and then you shoot the baseball. I've only seen Justin win on that once. That game's really hard. Baseball Pro, I think it's called, so that's my answer. Jason said, how did you two meet? I think I already answered that. Basically, the short answer is YouTube. Big Lou, this is kind of a deep question. So he said 2 questions. How was your baby daddy? Is he in the girl's life? I know that his family watch these videos, so, you know, without going too deep, I just want to say that, like, as a person, he's alright, but to our daughter, he is, like, amazing. He's faultless, would do anything for her, and I have no bad words against him whatsoever, and I think that's a really good thing to feel like in regards to someone that you created. So yeah. He also said, are you and Justin going to get married someday, and will you live there or here in the USA? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to get married. I don't know if Justin wants to get married. I would marry him like yesterday, but it's kind of like awkward when you're living in 2 different countries, 2 different continents. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of awkward to even like think about. So on top of that, Carly says, how is it, whoa, she asked a lot of questions. Okay, a lot. How is it being in a long distance relationship? It sucks for a lot of different reasons, because you can't just like call them whenever you want to because they're in a different time zone. Not everyone who's in like long distance. It sucks because I can't just like see him, can't like hug him or anything, and you have to like really make the most of the time when you're together. I'm blessed that I do get to see him as much as I do, but it really sucks because, you know, it's fine to have time apart, but then it just gets to that point where like, oh, I really miss you. She also says, how was your pregnancy and birth with beautiful Bonnie? Pregnancy was fine. I don't know if I would do it again. It was a long time ago now. Maybe we'll talk about that in a different video, because birth was like really bad. It was really traumatic. Like, I literally almost like bled out. I like almost had to have like a blood transfusion and stuff, so it's kind of strange. When is Justin next in the UK? Love seeing the videos of you both with Bunny. I don't know, sorry. I don't know when he's back. Insert sad emoji. Another person says, Slots Aura said, do you find gambling addictive? So when I'm playing the machines and stuff, it is addictive, and I see how people can get addicted to gambling, like I said earlier on. But personally, I can just walk away and then be happy. You might not think that from my videos, but personally, I don't get like, how can I say this? I find it addictive, yes. Short answer to the question, but am I addicted? No. And do I feel the urge to go and do gambling machines or scratch cards every day? No, I don't. Stephen said, you are gorgeous, thank you, so are you. Brian said, I was hoping you had a good Christmas. This is a long one, so if I do insert it, it'll be like there. Love to see you guys do a video of Aaron Cloaker, because that would be fun. There wasn't quite a question there, but yeah. Nate said, what exotic food would you like to try and what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? I would like to try like lots of different seafood. The weirdest thing I've ever eaten. I ate cat food once. My aunt tricked me into eating it. I didn't like it. It wasn't nice. 1 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. Crispy said, big wins on the machines or just for fun with entertainment purpose? I like winning big, of course, but I just do it for fun, just for entertainment. Like, I don't mind if I win like £1 or like £10 or whatever. McDonald's or Burger King? McDonald's. Biggest ticket prize you won yourself? Probably a few Barbies that I won at the arcade for Bonds before I met Justin. That was kind of cool because I was like copying his techniques. Craftwork also said, what was your biggest win? I'm not sure if you mean at the arcade, so I don't know about that, but me and Justin won $500 on a pull tab in America, which was amazing. I think the video is still up for that, so that was amazing actually. Like, that was so good. I wish I could use the power of technology to insert a clip, but probably not gonna, so what's better, says Spud, fruit machines or scratch cards? Love your content, you should definitely have more followers, well thank you for that. I'd much prefer scratch cards. In terms of like what's better to win on, I don't know, but I really much prefer scratch cards because I actually, most of the time I understand them. You just scratch. Willis said, do you like fish finger sandwiches? If you're in America, that means fish stick. I've never tried that and I'm not going to. Each separate, yeah, but no. Poker Dojo had a lot of deep questions. When you go to USA, do you go alone? Yes, I do. Because of school and things like that back home. And I don't want to be uprooting anyone. Do I have a job or are you a full-time YouTuber? At the moment, this is what my main source of income is, if that's what you mean. But I do lots of other things as well. I'm trained in a lot of different like occupations, so, and I'm looking into doing other stuff as well. What's my favourite food? Chinese. Always, it's Chinese. Always. No matter what time of day or night or anything, it will be Chinese. Always. Yep. What's my natural hair colour? I'm not gonna lie, this is not my natural hair right now. But like, it's kind of greasy, ew. This is my natural hair colour from the roots. What do you reckon? I've had every different hair colour, from blonde, light brown, red, pink, green, blue. You name it, I've had it. When are you going to self-exclude yourself for playing on the slots too much? Well, people assume that I play the arcade machines every single day. Like I said, I film them in advance and then I upload them. So I have already self-excluded myself because I can't remember the last time I actually like played a slot machine. Jim Bob says, what arcades are better, UK or USA? USA. Number one, they don't have any gambling laws. They're mostly not set to pay out, and they always have this. I've been to a lot in the UK that haven't had this, but in America they always seem to have like a pizza restaurant attached to something, and food, and the prizes are better, just everything. Russ said, what's the best part of the United States you like and dislike, and the same in the UK? So of course I like where Justin lives, in Wisconsin. I didn't know anything about America before I went there, and I like where he lives. Besides the fact that it gets really cold, it's just chilled out, you know, cool people. What do I dislike? New Jersey. Don't at me. In the UK, what's the best part of the UK? So my hometown in the north of England, that's the best part, and I will stand by that until I die, even if I live here forever. The north is the best. And what do I dislike? South. We've had a lot of questions. Am I gonna permanently move to the USA? La 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 la. Are we getting married? You have to ask Justin, because, you know, you have to ask Justin about that. Is there any more comments? People, there was a lot of comments saying, will you marry me? Yeah, or just people saying thank you, so that's cool. Yeah, so that's gonna do it. That's all the questions. I managed to answer them. Hopefully, Christy, when you're editing this, don't mess it up. Make it look half decent for once. If you enjoyed this video, then that's awesome. Like the smash button. Yeah, if you want to subscribe, then feel free, no pressure. And ask me more questions in the comments if I didn't answer them. If you want to know more about me, then just ask away and I'll maybe do another video in the future. So yeah, see you for another one very soon.